We saw how you guys represented data, the ability to not only map position, but you can map color. You could also map multiple plots on top of each other and have them correlate to each other, so that's awesome work. And something that I was trying to stress out is who your audience is, right? And it's not just creating a persona and giving it, she's tall and she likes reading magazines. It's more about what are you trying to drive at? What story you're trying to drive? And depending on that, you can create personas that would be interested in that, or would understand that, or would care about the answer, or would be able to ask questions of, like, I really want to know what happens in the north part of the country, because I'm thinking of moving there. So I want to understand things geographically. And just in case you show the south as well, so we can at least contrast and compare. So that all goes into creating a good data visualization. And I always find it interesting that there is a bit of, when you're showing good data visualization, there's a little bit of tug between actually showing the truth, in some cases is science, or the field that you're doing it. There's art and there's representation to it. And ultimately, just conveying the information, being able to reach correct levels of cognitive load that your audience, as you define it, are able to understand. It all has to just fall into the sweet spot of having all of it, right? You want to be true to the science. You want to be able to show what's underneath or the field. You want to use your design skills to actually have this being carefully crafted so it's understandable and the right bits of information gets to your eyes. And the last part is just has to be aesthetically pleasing, and it has to have an interesting concept, because just that all enhances the story and the ability to understand the stuff. So there's 3 basic concepts in data visualization, maybe 4, that are, if you want to call yourself a visualizer, you have to know about, for sure. The first one is just knowing who Tufte is. He's the guru, and he's a cranky old guy. And he actually did a talk here at Art Center 2 years ago. I don't know if you guys saw that, heard about it. He's very much stuck in his ways. And he's a brilliant man, but I have to be sure not to make this video available to the world. But one of the things he did is he collect some amazing graphs, and one of the ones that he highlights and are just always in the forefront are this one plot by Florence Nightingale. Now, who knows about Florence Nightingale? Have you heard about her? No. So she is mostly known for being the mother of modern nursing. So around the First World War, she really made an effort to tell the Queen, you know what, we really need to take care of the patients when they come back from the war, because more people are dying in our hospitals that are actually dying in the front line of the World War. And the truth is that she was actually a statistician. There was no thing as official nursing back in the day, as far as I remember it. So she went out to the field and she decided, like, oh my God, those people are dying, we need to take care of her. And she did things like she would go around at night with a lantern, kind of just rescuing people all over the place. So that's why she's considered almost a saint. But then when she came back home, she was like, okay, I need to convince the Queen and everybody of what's happening. And she tried to show them plots and charts, just very simple, like charts of numbers. These are how many people dying, and people just didn't get it, or just didn't see how it was interesting. So he came up with this one visualization, which is called the Nightingale voice now, which is basically a time clock, a calendar from April 1854, and then it starts going around all the way to March 1855, and then it transfers to a second plot, right? So you could actually even imagine gluing this edge to that edge and make it like a little twirly thing that you can pull apart. But basically, there's no continuity here, but rather from here it jumps to the other one. And then you can see the colors of the people that actually died in war. Let's see. This one is. The black edges measured from the center are the deaths by other causes. The red are from the war, and the gray are from. So these are the people that died at the war. So you see, there's a big increase right here of people actually dying during the war. But obviously, that means that's when the war was at its worst. But what happened?